Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Kind of had another insane day today, except we did make money. But God, it was kind of rough. Um, you can see here what happened with the Dow. It gapped up, big gap up in the morning, and then made its high. Those first 15 minutes was up well over 400 points up here, and then it just kind of gradually sold off the rest of the day, ending up 228 points. So it basically lost about half its value throughout the day. Normally, this would be a horrible pattern, and it did have some horrible aspects to it, but we did pretty good all in all. What really got me discouraged at the beginning on the open, we were up $13,000 on those positions we had, and I forget. I think we're like $3,000 or something yesterday on the close. That jumps up to 13,000. I figure, hey, we're going to clean up today, and I told you, I've mentioned that that this market just feels terrible to me. Does not feel like a strong market, and boy, was this confirmed right after the open. They just jumped on that $3,000, like $13,000, like they had to sell everything immediately. And by the time we got out of those, uh, 45 minutes later, we got out with about where we had started yesterday, $3,300 positive in closed out trade. So we saw $10,000 in profit evaporate in the first 45 minutes of the day today. That's not a good way to start out the day. And then we, because of this big gap, we started buying all kinds of stuff. We got into 15 positions, and boy, at one point I looked at the screen and everything was red. I mean, I just thought we were going to be absolutely creamed today. But in spite of the Dow selling off and the overall market had a lot of downside pressure on it, our stocks did come up, and we ended up with 15 positions, 11 positive, 4 negative, and we're up $11,000 in open trade going into tomorrow. So, on the surface of things at least, we have $3,300 positive closed out and $1,100 open trade, with the Dow closing up 228 points. So that looks pretty good. The problem is, as I see it, I'm getting very pessimistic about all this. If you've been watching the videos, I am, but I feel like we're in a rising bear market, and it doesn't feel good. But we're holding 15 positions. That's a lot of positions. If this thing gaps up tomorrow, we got a good gap up on this. I mean, this could easily become a 30, even a $40,000 day for us. But I don't. We've had we had the big gap up today, and it didn't last very long. So I'd say, in my pessimistic mode, that it's probably going to gap down tomorrow, and we're going to get really killed with holding 15 positions, even though we're starting out with positive $11,000, because that's going to evaporate really quick if we don't have a positive open tomorrow. That is my thoughts and prediction. Anyway, I'll show you three. As I say, we had some good trades today. I'll show you three of them. This first one is SAVE, SAVE, which is Spirit Airlines. We've done really well with this big gap up this morning. We bought the gap, and it kept moving up there, and we're closed with $2,300 in open trade in Spirit Airlines. Then this is Fossil, FOSL, Fossil Incorporated, and big gap up in Fossil this morning. We bought that. It kept going, and we're actually up $3,100 in Fossil Incorporated. And then finally, another airline. This is UAL, United Continental Holdings, and this gapped up. We bought the gap. It kept going, closed near its high there, and we are up $3,800 in Continental Holdings. So, as I say, on the surface of things, looks like a good day. I am very nervous about tomorrow. I admit, I just hope I'm not right about this rising bear market. I'll be here and find out tomorrow on Thursday. Have a good evening.